Hi everyone, today we'll be solving or working on multi-step word problems with inequalities. So first we're going to look at some catchphrases that we'll find in our word problems that indicate when to use these four symbols. So we know that this symbol means less than. So when we see that being indicated in a word problem, we see it written as is less than. And it's important to recognize the word is. If we don't have the word is and it's just less than, then that generally means subtraction when we are translating. But if we put the word is in front of it, now it means the less than symbol. Same with is fewer than. Come over to this one, and this symbol is greater than or more than. So again, if we add in the word is, now it's indicating this symbol and not addition. And same with is more than. This is our less than or equal to symbol. And again, often it's preceded with that word is. Well, we can also use no more than, at most, and maximum. This one here is greater than or equal to. Right? And again, preceded often by the word is, no less than, at least, and minimum. All right, so let's come down here and write an inequality to represent the situation, and then we're going to solve it. Tommy mows lawns and cleans pools during the summer. He earns $20 per lawn and $9 per pool. He needs $1,500 to buy a car from his friend. If Tommy plans to mow 41 lawns, how many pools does he need to clean and earn at least $1,500? All right, let's take a look at the information they've given us. So he earns $20 per lawn and $9 per pool. If Tommy plans to mow 41 lawns, how many pools does he need to clean to earn at least $1,500? All right, so the word per means we're multiplying. Okay? So we know how many lawns he did. That was 41. So we know we're going to 20 times 41. But we don't know how many pools he cleans. That's what we have to figure out. So we need to come up with a variable. I often just use the letter that indicates that word. So in this case, P. So we have 20 times 41 plus 9P is at least, that means it can be more than, okay, more than, greater than, $1,500. So here's our inequality. All right, so let's solve. Let's start by simplifying. I can multiply these two together, which gives us 820. Now I need to isolate my 9P, so I'm going to subtract 820 from both sides, which then gives us 9P is greater than 680. Next step, isolate the P. We're going to divide by 9 on both sides, and we end up with P is greater than or equal to 75.6. All right, so remember though, we can't clean part of a pool, so we could bump this up, because he needs more than, so 75 by itself wouldn't be enough. In this case, we're just leaving it as this though. This is a word problem, and to be honest, I would probably rather see the full answer written out. So I would rather see this written as, let's see, Tommy needs to mow at least 76 pools. So that would be the answer that I would be looking for right there. Okay. Tommy needs to mow at least 76 pools. With word problems, we need to make sure we're following up our answer in at least in a sentence form, or at least label our answers so that it answers the question. Okay. And again, since we can't clean 0.6 pools, okay, we have to be able to round this either up or down. All right, so now I want you to pause the video and try this one on your own. Okay, let's come over here and look at example number 2. All right, we're going to write an inequality to represent the situation, then solve. Sarah has at most $30 to spend at the greenhouse on flowers for her summer garden. Orchids cost $2 each, and mums are $3 each. If Sarah buys 8 orchids, how many mums can she afford? All right, so Sarah has at most $30. So remember what at most means. To spend the greenhouse on flowers for her summer garden. Orchids cost $2 each, and mums are $3 each. If Sarah buys 8 orchids, how many mums can she afford? All right, so each is another word like per, means that we're going to multiply. All right, so we know that she's going to buy 8 orchids, so 2 times 8. Okay? We're trying to figure out how many mums can she afford. She has at most $30. She's got $30 in her pocket. She can't spend more than that. So let's write our inequality. So 2 times 8, right, plus 3 times m, the number of mums that she can buy, is at most, which means she cannot spend more. She has to be able to spend less than or equal to that $30. All right, let's solve. We'll simplify. 2 times 8 gives us 16. All right, now we can isolate the 3m by subtracting 16 from both sides, and we end up with 3m is less than or equal to 14. Now we can divide both sides by 3, and we end up with m is less than or equal to 4.7. All right, so now this is where we have to look at this, and we're not going to just round. We have to look at this less than symbol. So she can afford to buy less than or equal to 4.7. I can't round this up to 5 because that's more than what she can buy. So we would then have to say that Sarah can buy at most 4 mums. So that would be our final answer. Sarah can buy at most 4 mums. Okay? She can't buy a fraction of mums. All right? So we have to adjust our answer to be a whole number. Okay? I want you to try this next one on your own. Go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, let's try example 3, and then you'll do the last one on your own. Sam has $2,450 in his bank account. He spends $20 each week on gas money. Sam's bank requires that his balance be no less than $1,000. How many weeks does Sam have until he's below the bank's requirements? All right, so he spends $20 each week on gas money. His bank requires a balance be no less than $1,000. How many weeks does Sam have until he's below the bank's requirement? All right, so our inequality is going to look like this. It's the amount of money that he currently has minus $20 each week or per week. Remember that word each means we're going to multiply. This has to be more than or equal to $1,000 because his bank won't let him have less than $1,000. All right, so let's start solving. We need to isolate this, so we are going to subtract 2,450 from both sides. When we do that, we are left with negative 20x is greater than or equal to negative 1,450. Now we can divide both sides by negative 20, and we are left with 72.5. Okay, so remember, when we divide by a negative sign, this inequality symbol flips. Okay, so again, we are talking about number of weeks. So we want to adjust this number so it's a whole number. Okay, so Sam has no more than 72 weeks until he is below the bank's requirement. Okay. So we need to make sure that we put this into sentence form for our final answer. Okay, that is the end of the examples I'm going to do with you. I want you to make sure you do this try on your own, and I will see you in class next time. This is the end of our video.